Welcome people.
Hi guys!
Yeah, we're there again for another adventure, you know. No one used to go for river tour and this, but today it's gonna be something different. Right now we are all the way in St. Elizabeth and we are at Appleton rum estate tour. You understand? So we're gonna do a rum tour for now. So check it out and see what's going on, you know?
Come with me now?
Yeah, big up on yourself.
Welcome to the JCRE. I'm Randy Thomas and I'll be your bartender today. So we have two cocktails at the bar. First one I'm going to tell you about is called the Stormy Valley. Stormy Valley has rum, ginger beer and Angostura bitter. The second one is our secret recipe rum punch. And normally a rum punch is rum mixed with different types of juices. But we added a special ingredient in it. Which is? Yeah man, which is? Can't tell you. Can't tell you. Later me tell you. So, I recommend the Stormy Valley because I like the spiciness with the rum and the ginger beer. So I don't know which one you guys would like.
recommendation.
So Stormy Valley,
Yeah.
Stormy Valley. I want to try the rum punch.
No. Alright, whatever.
Stormy Valley. Alright, so I'm gonna put no rum in them, alright?
Yes, please.
No. Stormy Valley. When I make it, you have to add ice first with everything. With everything we make. Then we're gonna add 2 dashes of bitters in each glass. This is Angostura bitters. Then 2 ounces of rum. So don't try this at home, guys. Alright? You're professional. Then you see like so. And you top it off with ginger beer.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Easy to make, complex in taste, you know?
Yeah.
Alright? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Vamos at this.
Alright.
Documentary, the video was very exciting.
In Jamaica, it's passion that makes us dance to our own beat and sing in harmony. Our pulse has a vibrant energy that gets channeled into everything we do. Just like a great song, Rum is the culmination of many things done in the right tempo. A chorus of determination, pride, and a whole lot of unbridled joy.
When you in the corn, the talking grow, mama. When you in the corn, the talking grow.
A vibration from the pluck of a guitar string can travel deep into your soul. It speaks a universal language that connects us all. To understand the beat by which our island thrives is to know the song of the slow churn of molasses and to hear the island calling you back. The spirit that drives Jamaican excellence is present every time you take that exquisite sip of rum. Rum is an alcoholic spirit made from sugarcane byproducts such as molasses, or directly from sugarcane juice by a process of fermentation and distillation. The result is the elegant symphony of flavors right there in your glass. Unlike other spirits, rum is diverse and unique, just like the countries that produce it. Each region has their own specific style and flavor depending on how the rum is crafted. Here at Appleton Estate, we make only premium gold rum, aged in American oak barrels that once held bourbon. As rum ages, it not only darkens but gains complexity and flavor. Our portfolio is expansive and includes our signature blend, perfect for making simple cocktails, as well as our older rums, Reserve Blend, Rare Blend 12-year-old, and 21-year-old. Some of our rums are so old and rare, they're almost priceless, like our 50-year-old, which is the oldest barrel-aged rum on earth. Although we've been making rum in Jamaica for centuries, that doesn't mean we were the very first. The history of rum is as old and rich as the sugar it's made from. In the 15th century, sugar was a precious commodity in Europe and could only be afforded by the very wealthy. Its demand was further fueled by its scarcity, as it was very hard to find a perfect environment where sugarcane could thrive. But on his second voyage to the New World, Columbus brought sugarcane with him and found it not only thrived on this beautiful island, it flourished. And where there's sugarcane, there's rum. By the time the British took the island from the Spanish in 1655, they had already established a full-scale plantation system on other islands that quickly replicated this in Jamaica. As different countries colonized the Caribbean, each island developed its own preferences and production methods. But no matter how the rum is produced, it takes less time to find its way to you. That's because it ages roughly 3 times faster in the Caribbean than it does in cooler climates, quickly filling your glass with the best rum on earth. Jamaica, for centuries, has been known for producing some of the world's most precious rum. That's because we've established our own set of high standards. In order to be authentically Jamaican, every drop of rum must be made using Jamaican limestone filtered water, use a byproduct of sugarcane in fermentation, and be distilled on the island. It must also adhere to the standards of minimum age. This means the age on the bottle refers to the youngest drop of rum in the blend. By law, we also never use artificial coloring, sweeteners, or any additives to impact our already perfect flavor or aroma. Each high standard is critical, so when you see Jamaica rum on the bottle, you know you're drinking one of the finest spirits in the world. Which brings us here, to the oldest sugar estate and rum distillery in continuous production in all of Jamaica. In 1749, we found a voice in rum and our instrument in the land, which gave birth to Appleton Estate. Our estate sits in the unique topography of Cockpit Country in the Nassau Valley, a lush and fertile landscape that's nestled inland in the heart of Jamaica. These rare landscapes, called karsts, are made of cone-like limestone hill formations, which act as a natural filter to the crystal clear water that rolls through our hills and rises up in our natural blue spring. This soft, sweet spring water, rich soil and daily rain showers give us the perfect conditions to make the finest rum, from cane to cup. We source only the best from Jamaica, like our master blender Joyce Spence. She's the first female master blender in the spirits industry and has over 30 years experience at Appleton Estate. David Morrison, our senior blender, has been learning from Joyce since 2003, just as she learned from the master blender before her. Our master blender is part artist and part scientist, with a passion, pride, and determination to create one of the finest spirits in the world, a rum that is elegant and complex. For us here at Appleton Estate, rum is our art, our song, our joyful expression of excellence, and the perfectly tuned string that unites every one of us in Jamaica. We hope that now, whenever you take a sip of Appleton Estate rum, you will be filled with the spirit of Jamaica.
Alright folks, that is the end of the video. I'm going to take you on the outside. We're taking on a journey from cave to cocktail. So if you're finished with the empty cups, you can leave them on the seat. Otherwise, you can have them on the outside. Alright, let me just apologize for our donkey. He's not feeling well. He's out of work for the entire week. He actually has an upset stomach problem. Too much cane. He's home over there. I think he's in it. Otherwise he's not. Paz. P-A-Z. This is a mill that was used in the 17th and 18th century by extracting the juice from the sugarcane by using the donkey. When we use the donkey, we're able to squeeze between 65 to 70% of the juice out. When it's done mechanically, we are able to squeeze up to 98% of the juice, which is big difference. Let us do a comparison. This is how the cane would have looked after the donkey would have extracted the juice from it. This is how it looks when it's done in the factory. Totally shredded. It is called bagas. Use it to make bagas board in Jamaica. Back home, some of you guys may call it particle board, chip board, or compressed board. We're not in the board making business here. Use it to generate steam to run the sugar factory, distillery, estate home in our harvesting period, which lasts from January to May. The ash that is left, we put it back into the cane field as a form of fertilization. Okay. Nothing is wasted here. You learn that as you go along on the tour. Follow me. Right here, 1, 2, 3, they are all example of copper. They were used back in the days to boil the sugarcane juice until it become molasses and crystal. You get to taste that liquid on the tour. Follow me to the Appleton logo sign where you all get a chance to take your pictures there. This building right here has a merchant oak wood on it that is over 150 years old. It's the oldest building on the estate. You know the pictures around this side, this is the back of the sign. Sawyer. All yours.
The space came back to my days now. Time they found the plantation. Back in my time.
You're placed in the donkey.
Somebody check me out.
You go back there, you have to work hard in order for your group to taste the natural sugar cane.
No, I said, my ancestors used to do it.
You said, so you got it?
Yeah, my ancestors used to do it. So, yeah, that's me.
Alright, you're pushing to them. You're pushing that way. You're pushing this way. You have to go faster than that.
Faster than that?
What do you mean? There, I have another word.
Yes, man.
I'm going to go on my own drive, you know?
Work.
You want more sugar cane, man?
That can pull the book. That pull the dog.
Thank you, Siko.
You guys will be drinking first.
Yeah, man. Not even boat or anything in the test. Imagine my ancestors have got choke.
Jesus Christ.
How was it?
If you want a machine, I had fit.
Can I keep them cup here?
Obviously, fruit of my labor. Yo, I didn't get that kill with you.
Alright? If you're finished with the cups, you can leave them here. Otherwise, you can take your drink with you. I'm taking you across to the molasses station.
Take one. Molasses.
Anything in there?
You also have a bitter taste, you know. Bitter sweet taste. What's the bush, you know?
Take a telling you. Not the straight molasses.
This is a real cake.
Not the straight molasses that they have at home.
Go on, go take it.
Sugar crystal.
Oh.
Tastes a way lot better than how it looks. Go ahead and taste it.
I told you, taste the sugar. It is a crystal now. While in molasses in hot sun.
That is just all boiled down to that liquid. The more you pour that, the one that you separate the crystal from the molasses, so you guys the crystal as sugar, keep the molasses to make the rum. So you're actually tasting wet sugar. A lot of people use it to make lovely cakes, cookies, bun, lemonade as well. Good in iron, vitamin B12, potassium.
So you can like these and sell these.
Yeah.
It's more healthy to use than the crystal.
Have a bitter sweet taste.
Salty, bitter, sweet, those are three flavors you should be tasting. When you just tasted it, you don't want it. You gotta keep on tasting it to love it.
So they're making of this?
So this is, so when you put on the cane juice, this is what it looks like.
Oh. Hold up, man.
Because the sugar crystal will also settle at the bottom.
You can fold this cup, please.
I know you're just saying.
Drink a cup of that tonight, actually. Remember when you don't put up ice on it and sleep.
Yeah, it helps you to sleep at night. You just add some lime juice and some water. Help you to sleep at night.
So do this actually right here? Or this is
No, this is what this is.
Okay.
Everything is done over there.
Okay.
Don't put them in your bag, boss. The cover not tight enough.
No, man, I'm
And we
not.
throw away. Just put them in one of the empty cup.
Good morning. We are at Appleton Rum Estate. Look. Yeah. That's it. Yes. Just catching it Appleton.
You just have to tour your head.
Drive on fire.
So 15 more minutes and then you're all back inside the air conditioned water drinking. If you want to use the restroom, there's one in the corner right here. For the person that want to use. We're at fermentation process. That is where fermentation takes place. In that big tank behind you, it can hold up to 120,000 gallons of liquid at any time. Fermentation is a process of converting the sugar in the molasses to alcohol. 60% of the molasses is natural sugar. That is why, by time to time, people use it as a sweetener. We dilute the molasses with water from a spring on the estate. The water is filtered by nature as it percolates through the limestone hill of the coffee country. The limestone softens the water. We have natural spring water here. Fermentation complete within 36 hours. Only 8% alcohol, and we're not making beer here. We pump that 8% alcohol inside the distillery, and there is the magic begin. I'm going to take you all there. Unfortunately, no pictures, no videos, no recording. Have to keep the secret inside for the company right here. Inside, may be warm, we all climbing a stair. Of the fermented wash, the alcohol to make rum. Two types of distillation. We have the and we have the different. Hot still are the older, invented in the 15th century. Long way before we start making rum here. They made full-bodied rum, more flavorful alcohol. Column still, invented in the 1820s. Made lighter-bodied rum, non-flavorful. That's where they get the white overproof from. When both of them are finished, hot still is like 86% alcohol by volume. Column still is like 96% alcohol by volume. What do we call that here in Jamaica?
Good time.
Or drunk or bad. Good. What do you call it?
Good time.
Good time? Where are you from? So we call it Hamden, Chilani rum, Hamden, they call it Drankrabati. Here in Appleton, we call it Kulu. Every Appleton rum is a combination of both of them. These are some of the tanks that would take the rum to Kingston for bottling. We don't bottle here, we bottle in Kingston are Gray and Neville. Gray and Neville is our peering company. We're owned by Campari since 2012. Campari is an Italian company. I'm going to take you to the aging house. That's where the rum gets its color from. Much cooler, you all can sit there. Everything go back to normal. Simple mean, you take your pictures, you video. In this meantime, I'm explaining. 2 persons to a bench if you're traveling together. Tyler, the boss one. You could have been the word. Not here. We're only 5 minutes away from the drinking session. Or from the shot stand. There are 17 of these warehouses in Jamaica. When this one is full, it holds up to 8,000 barrels of rum. The largest warehouse carries over 40,000 barrels of rum. That one is in Kingston and Spanish Town Road. So Renov is on the right, the warehouse is on the left. Wow. At any given day or any given time, any one of you here wants the task to do our inventory, I can guarantee you, you'll never count less than 250,000 barrels of rum in storage at any given day or any given time. It must always be above it, not below. Why? So just in case of storm or hurricane or even this pandemic, we still have rum for you guys to drink because we cared about you.
No, the tough one look there at it. No man, what for the boss is serious?
It's a new one pandemic and it still get rum. Alright.
No, sir.
40 gallon barrel, 151 liter. They are actually 5.
Question. These barrels, I mean, can you keep on, you recycle them or get new barrels also?
We're getting there.
Okay.
We're getting there. They're actually 500 pounds when they're full. They're made of American white oak, not planted oak in Jamaica for its purposes. Jamaica is too warm. Oak tree would grow too fast. The wood would not be hard enough. Buy them from the US, which is ex-bourbon barrel. As the rum ages, it gets darker in color. Smoother when swallowed, a bit sweeter, but even more expensive. The minimum age in the barrel is 3 years. The oldest rum we have ever released is a 50-year-old rum. We're not making any more of that rum. Only released to celebrate Jamaica 50th independence anniversary. 800 was bottled, 300 for Jamaica, 500 for the rest of the world. We were only selling one bottle for $5,000 US. Sold out in 2019. People don't buy that rum for drinking. They buy it for investment. We're no longer making it. Once we're out, then your price would have gone up every single year. But don't worry, you all miss out on that 50-year-old rum. But we all can work out a payment plan for that one over there. Those are aging up to 100 years will be released in 2062, 41 years from now. Going to be minimum 50 years for maximum 100 years in the barrel. It's gonna celebrate Jamaica 100 years of independence. Tell not your children or your grandkids to start saving now. You're really looking at 20 to 30,000 US dollar per bottle. Once liquid
Them money,
leaves
what
the
is that?
barrel, the aging process starts. Don't go inside the liquor shop, buy a 21-year-old rum, want to keep that rum
Yeah, but they
for
drink the
29 more years, believe you're going to have a 50-year-old rum. You're the one that is aging, not the rum. Better you drink it. Once it leaves the barrel, the aging process stops. You're the one that is older, not the rum.
We can't buy one of the cards.
We sell the empty barrel in Kingston, not the barrel with the liquid. So we reuse our barrel, not more than 3 times. All depends on how long the first liquid stays inside. A barrel from us can only last up to 12 years. After 12 years, sell them back to you guys to make furniture. The benches that you're sitting on, they are made of the old American.
So what starts happening to them after that time?
All the characteristics would have gone out of the barrel. So all the flavors would have gone. So if we're aging a 21-year-old rum, after 12 years, we change that liquid to another barrel.
Okay. So like these drums, I mean, change barrels several
Yeah,
times
man,
already?
every 12 years we change them.
Okay.
How much a barrel?
500 pounds. Can hold up to 151. You can get 151 liter bottle rum, 210, 750 ml out of 1 barrel.
Okay.
You get a chance to go over there, take the picture, going back on the inside for the drinking.
What?
Can show your children. Oh, you guys have to tell your children, not the grown one.
She never, she said 30.
Wah, boga dia sama. Check boga dia.
Sí, me parece.
So ada yang bakal lama kan?
More like
No, it's a 50. 100 back like a different.
Oh, so this is there. Wow, this comes some molasses.
And then once the pan.
No man. She get used to it.
Alright, today you're going to learn how to appreciate a good drink. Before you start the drinking, there's a container in front of you. Contains chocolate. I'll tell you when you're supposed to eat that chocolate. I'm going to start you guys off with the signature blend. This is what you get when you welcome drinking the welcome bar with ginger beer, a little bit of Angostura bitters. Otherwise, you may get the rum punch. Rum punch is like 4 different rums, 6 different juices, a secret blend. I can't say more. This is an average of 4 years. I want everyone to take up your signature glass, the one to the left on the mat. Remove the cover, hold the glass by the stem, and then raise it to the light.
Gold.
Clear. What else? What about amber?
Yeah.
Put a glass to your nose, take a deep breath in, to open all the flavor.
Wow.
Put it back to your nose and take a deep breath in. The first flavor you're going to pick up is orange peel. Also, a hint of molasses. Now it's all yours.
I want to
Take a
stretch.
shot. There is water on the table for everyone to rinse the palate. It's going to feel a little bit warm going down, like you put some beer on your chest. It's all yours. Don't be shy. It's all yours.
No, man. No, man.
Make sure you drink some water to raise
Yeah, man, drink stuff.
Alright,
No, man.
moving on to
The normal drink.
what do you think Coke or Pepsi to any of these? What am I drinking? Coconut water. You just see a coconut Pepsi with right You don't have any coconut water, just pour that over ice. Ginger ale is fine. Or even a cranberry juice, but I prefer the cranberry juice with the syrup.
Drink it by itself.
Take up the reserve, the one in the middle. Put the glass to your nose and take a deep breath in. You should be picking up a lot of stars. Swirl,
Yeah, man, yeah.
and then put it back to your nose. The first flavor you're going to pick up is banana bean. Nutmeg. Cinnamon.
Hold on. I'm not still seeing it.
Huh? You're not going to taste it.
Oh, I'm going to taste it. I'm going to taste it.
The scent of a spicy Jamaican fruit cake.
Yes, man, you're right one about that, yeah.
For me, you can go for the big shot. Waste food, going down the palate, there has nothing to worry about. Not as harsh as the first. Sooner, but a little bit more stronger.
Yeah, man, this is alright, man. No, man.
I gotta drive home, you know.
Eh?
I gotta drive home. I drink no more.
You can't stay there. You can't there. I'm going to stay there now.
Should be drawing then.
Yeah, man, that one never saw after the first one. It's going to look smoother. It's going to look smoother.
Moving on, or a recommend ice cube. Not a whole lot, only 1 cube. You don't want to water down a good run. Take up the 12, raise the glass to the light, raise it carefully. Everyone, look this way. Look right here, where the rum meets the glass on top. You should see a visible honey gold ring.
Yeah.
Right on top.
Yes.
The older the rum, the more pronounced that ring will become. Tilt the glass to the side without spilling out. Lift it up back in the original position. Those things that you see dripping down, they are called
The glass crack. You know what it is? The glass crack? Stain, man, I see the stain.
They are called legs. Rum do have legs just like wine. The older the rum, the slower the leg move. The younger rum, the faster those legs will drink it down. We're going to swirl the glass around. We're going to pick up Keep the chocolate, sip again. In the meanwhile, I have some souvenir for you on way to get them out right now.
Ah, man. Yeah, man.
Sip.
Sip. This is chocolate. Sip again.
What it taste?
I don't want you.
Why? No, that's a rum nice. That drink twice. And me feel giddy here. That God made me giddy.
Yes, still a drink more. I'm telling us I'm not drink it.
Everything sometimes comes out more, but it won't taste a little bit stronger.
Yes.
Yeah.
The after the 12, we would have the 15-year-old rum and also the 21-year-old rum. Unfortunately, those are not on the tasting line in front of you, but if you choose to take them a bottle, it would be in the liquor shop. The latter 12, you're going to prefer the 15 and also the 21 more. But I do
Yeah, man, 21,
have some
but-
souvenir from all over here.
For you all?
Thank you.
Alright, first one is you. I'm just want to come out of the we call it the barrel. It can't come again.
I took a miscoat. Alright, now you have all received firsthand of the Appleton Instagram experience. I just want you guys to just go out there, continue to be a true ambassadors of our brands and products. Sharing experience with your friends and family. I want to thank you guys so much for coming here today.
We have a better ambassador.
If you want to purchase lunch, there's a restaurant here on property. The restaurant is to my left. Otherwise, the liquor shop is all the way down, and that's where you guys will exit through the liquor shop. Thank you so much for coming here.
Alright. Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us. You hear me? Leave me run.
Years.
Alright guys, so we're leaving Appleton Rum Estate tour and we are now heading to our second location. So stay tuned and look out for part 2.
Next on Logan Shelby TV.
Shelby, come. Hey, now you flip over, you know.